Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Cork Model Farms here. So today is kind of a slightly different video. So today I am finishing off my video about the Midleton to Youghal greenway. So I did a good bit of this I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I got as far as Killa, but this time I'm doing the entire trail all the way from Midleton to about the Waterford border. So here's all the clips. There's only a few, but a few good ones, and it was an okay day weather-wise. It was a bit damp in the morning, but it got sunny in the evening, so a nice way to end the cycle. So here we go now. So this was at the very beginning. There were these black and white Hereford cattle running in this field. They were galloping along. You wouldn't expect this sort of cattle now, and that's why you never. That's why you never go into a field if they charge. That's how dangerous it could be. But here's the next clip. This is a cool kind of. It's like a piece of rock above from the ground, and there's a big forest on top of it. And then up here there's like an old. A good bit of this was in the previous video as well. At this point it was still damp. But here is I think it's an old abbey or an old church or an old castle or something, but it's pretty much not demolished, but it's pretty worn down. Like there's only a small bit of it left. There's only really like the outline of it, but it's still an interesting site. I'm not sure if it was an abbey or is it like a castle or something, or is it an old church. I did learn the history of a few things on this trail before I went on it again this time, because I didn't know much because this is only my second time doing it. It only opened in like January this year, so it's a very new one. I definitely recommend it. It's great fun, it's great exercise. But anyway, so I'm not exactly sure what that is. As you can see, it's in ruins pretty much. Yeah, very interesting. And then here were a few old limousine cattle on the trail. So you're pretty much going through a lot of farms. So that's kind of interesting. And then there were a few more on the other side as well. And then over here, there was a few more cattle. It's very flat around here as well. It's a flat enough area. This is kind of East Cork. This is kind of halfway between Midleton and now we've arrived Midleton and Killa, but now we've arrived in the village of Youghal. You might remember this from the last version of this video. So there are still these huge silos. This is I think this is some sort of like a granary or some sort of a mill, because you'll see they were loading up lorries full of grain. So this is what they use to store it. So here we go now. Just up here. These are the lorries are up here. It's a nice Scania, orange. Never seen an orange Scania. And there's a huge pit full of them as well. So I'm not exactly sure. If anyone's from Youghal, tell me in the comments what's the story with it. I think it's a mill. But this is entering the village. It's a lovely village. It's quite small. There's a church and there's a co-op, but there isn't much else. There's a few houses as well, and I think there's one housing estate. Small little place, but here we go now. Just turn it off here because we're crossing the road, obviously. But here's what you can see. There's an old fence coming down there with a Red Rock trailer. Just got that there, and there's another view. I think this was an old railway line, so that kind of explains the sorry about the camera work there again. That explains the whole like stops. I learned the story behind this thing. That was actually a water tower used by the British Air Force in World War II. Forget what I said. It was meant to be used by them, but it never actually got used, so they just left it as a historical landmark. And then this is entering Killa. This is what you see when you're entering Killa. When I say railway, you can kind of see what I mean with the like little buildings and stuff. I'm not sure if it's a railway, if it used to be a railway or not. But a lot of places are turned into greenways when they used to be railways. Then we stopped in Killa for a few snack. We stopped for some Maltesers and I got a Sidona, great drink. Then this was a cool little bridge. They have a good few of these
bridge
here, I've noticed. They're lovely. They've kind of got a nice bit of decoration on them. So this was getting kind of halfway between Killa and Youghal. This was approaching Youghal now. You could kind of... There was a few cattle out there, a few Frisians out in kind of an open area. Just over, we were just on a bridge, and there's a bit of road down there, if you can see it there. There's no car passing by soon. But there are the cattle. And then this was just this is kind of a bog, I think, because there was a lot of like lily pads and stuff there. I'm not sure, it was a really flat bog, if it was a bog, or I don't know, it's just a ginormous lake. But this is entering Youghal right now. So if you don't know, Youghal is quite a big town in East Cork. It's pretty much East Cork's last big town before you went to Waterford. There was an old windmill there. I know this is actually the town itself. It used to be a very popular seaside resort. It still is, but not as popular. It used to be more popular in kind of about 20, 30 odd years ago. But it's still a lovely place. They have brilliant beaches there. As you can see, it's very sandy, it's very nice. And there's a beautiful kind of coastline. And just over there, just on the other side of the River Blackwater, is Waterford. I'll get to that just in a second there. So this is just over a little pier. But that is Waterford, the land that you're seeing in the distance there. It's very close to Waterford. Like most places you can see it in the distance when you're in Youghal. Also, there's a great hotel just outside this beach if you're ever visiting. It's delicious food. I got a lovely sandwich there. But that is actually there's kind of sharp cliffs there, but that's Waterford over there. You can't see much, but a few fields and a few forests and a few sheep on the other side as well, if you can see them. The landscape isn't too different in Waterford. It's a small bit more mountainous if you head further north. If you head to a Raglan, which is the tri-point between Tipperary, Cork and Waterford. That's right in the Knockmealdown Mountains. And then this is the other beach that I was on. It's a very nice beach. One thing that I've noticed about the beaches in these areas, if they're big, is that you're going to be walking out to the water for a good while if the tide is... I think if it's the tide is out. I can't tell is it the out or in. I think it's out. But you'll be walking for quite some time. They also have a huge beach in Youghal. I didn't get a video of that, but this is a smaller one, just out on the kind of southeastern part of the town. But as you can see, I'm walking out there to the water. Didn't get in obviously, as I didn't have togs or anything swimming. And there's an old lighthouse there, so I didn't have anything swimming related. And then this was cool. On the way back, spotted a fence stacking bales onto a bale trailer. I couldn't tell what type of... It was so far away, I couldn't tell really the machinery. I think it was a Braham trailer, and there was an old, like, Schaffer lifter, or, like, a Schaffer kind of telehandler. And then, I don't know what type of fence that was. I couldn't really tell from the distance. It was too far away, but here it is, stacking bales. Oh, sorry about the camera work there. I think they were hay bales. They were looking lovely. It's kind of a good area to do silage, very flat. I'm talking more about like the fertility of these places in the Cork episode, which is coming up. Look out for that. That's the next episode of the Farming in Every County episode. I also just want to say I'll try and get a model farm video out tomorrow, hopefully. I know you guys are really missing them, and I've been terrible for not uploading them. Also, here's some nice silage. They weren't cutting silage, it was just all laid out. But I know that you guys are missing them, so I'm going to try and get one more out before... There's one last trip this year to England, but I'll talk about that more later. There's the last few Black Hereford cattle. Right, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and as I was saying, there's going to be one last trip this year to England just for family reasons. There'll be a little announcement video for that later. But it'll be short enough trip. It's only for like 4 days, and it's centered around London, so I'm not going to get many clips. We're going to, you know what, I'll save that for another time. There'll be one more model farm video this week, and then then school is coming up as well, so I might try and get a few more done, and I'm going to set a thing for like 5 episodes, or like 4 episodes a month every Sunday. And also we're coming up to a very big anniversary, which is the 100th episode of Ballinkelly Farm, so that'll be very interesting to see. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you again very, very soon.